Hi, welcome to Parents Gap Year, the podcast that celebrates
living to travel and travelling to live.
I'm Anne-Marie McCormack, filmmaker and radio presenter.
And I'm Rod Gray, videographer and photographer.
We're married.
To each other.
And as our children are young adults who've almost fled the nest, this year we're travelling around the world ourselves.
Lots of people say they'd like to do this, so we're having a go at showing you how it can be done, with some top tips along the way.
So this is our warts and all travel experience where we reveal our highs and lows, what we learn about each other.
And more importantly, the great characters that we meet along the way.
Go with the flow. Don't try to over-prepare because you're going to meet a lot of things which you cannot prepare for.
My mum died on Wednesday night. We'd prepped for it, but the shock is always there, isn't it?
Well, we're returning to Thailand to meet some other Bristol friends.
And chat with a Dutch couple who've sold everything to make a new life in Koh Lanta.
And we celebrate Thai New Year on Phi Phi Island, where we meet some incredibly resilient tsunami survivors.
Water coming, my wife go to running, that baby, you know.
You had a baby?
Baby gone.
Oh dear. 4 in the morning. We are on our way to the airport into Thailand. Didn't feel we had finished exploring enough.
Because we hadn't.
Can I go back to sleep now?
Yeah. The great thing about being in a new place is the different sounds that you hear and the different birds. So we're back in Ao Nang, and I am literally facing one of these amazing cliffs that they have right in front of our view on the balcony of our apartment. We just arrived late yesterday, utterly exhausted, been up since 4 and had flown out at 7 in the morning. So today I feel refreshed. I actually feel like doing some skipping, which, as you all know, I do periodically. Sorry, I just have to listen to this bird. It almost sounds like it's a woman about to orgasm, dare I say it. I woke up to that this morning thinking, what the hell? And the bird is off again, obviously having a great time. I think they reached new heights there. So Rod's in bed and I'm buzzing and want to chat and exercise and do all that. He's a slow burn in the morning, and then he keeps awake much later than I do. And that's when he does a lot of his comms and he plans stuff. Interestingly, on the plane yesterday, I was sitting in a different seat on a different row, and I just looked up and I could just see Rod across the aisle, very animated and chatting and laughing, and I could see him chatting to a woman, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, he doesn't normally chat like that with me. Because obviously we know each other so well, and when you meet new people, you're very animated and you are very chatty and you're sharing your stories and all of that. As it happens, she was a newlywed and her hubby was on a different aisle as well, and they had just come from their honeymoon and they had been, as part of that, to Japan. Now, we have toyed with Japan as a destination potentially, so our next destination is obviously going to meet our friends in Koh Lanta, and then we're going on to other parts of Thailand, and then we're meeting my sister in the Philippines. After that, we have no plan, and we've got 3 weeks left of our trip. So we keep thinking, well, where are we going to go? Is it Sri Lanka? Is it Japan? Is it India? Well, looks like Japan is back on our route plan. God, you'd know I've had a coffee. I haven't done my exercise yet, but these birds have just got me up and excited. I just had to let the bird have their moment. And Rod's just sat down with his coffee, looking very exhausted indeed. Morning.
There's a wolf whistling bird.
A climax.
I've come inside and turned the air conditioning off in our hotel room. It's hotter here than last time, and it's hotter than anywhere we've been. But it was 34 degrees in the room. Coming back into Thailand's interesting because when we first arrived, which is our sort of first dip into Asia, after Singapore, which is very up together, Thailand, we thought, oh my God, it's a bit scruffy and it's a bit shabby and it's a little bit rough around the edges. But having travelled quite a lot now beyond Thailand, when we came back in yesterday, we thought actually it's really quite up together and quite charming. And I've been using certain travel websites that I can do on my phone, using a couple of them quite heavily, and they give you discounts and upgrades and things like this after a while. Particularly if you do reviews, you get advantages, which is nice. So you get upgrades and free breakfasts and things like that. So we're always a little bit naughty at these places. Breakfast, we always go and fill our plates with enough stuff for lunch, and then fill our pockets or bags and things like that, fill up our water bottles and take a picnic lunch away. And one of the places we were at, they had lots of signs saying, don't take stuff out of the buffet. We obviously just choose to ignore and carry on. While we've been in different countries, we've tried to sort of pick up a few bits and pieces along the way. We're not really shoppy people, and we certainly haven't got room in our relatively small suitcase to put much in, but we've picked up a few things along the way. When we were in Cambodia, we went to the silk village, and Amory bought a really nice silk scarf there. It's beautiful. And then when we're in Bali, it's quite well known for its silver jewellery. So we picked up some silver jewellery while in Bali, shiny, shiny. And then here in Thailand, tailoring is a thing. So quite a lot of the shops on the main street here in Ao Nang are sort of suit and shirt and tailoring shops. So I might treat myself to a new short sleeve shirt, as one of the ones I've got is just starting to fray. Yeah, it's nice to pick up things that mean something to you for the places you've been, and don't fill up your suitcase too much.
I am Bhim. I'm from Krabi, Ao Nang, and running tailor shops for over 36 years.
Am I right in saying that Thailand has now become like one of the centres for tailoring in the world?
Yeah, Thailand is number one in tailoring, comparing Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, Vietnam. It has been over 60 years since Vietnam War. It's a very huge market for tailor, even for income, for government GDP growth. Yes.
So from the American influence in Vietnam.
Yes, there are over 600,000 Americans stationed for years, over 10 years. They start building tailor shops. Since then, tourists is floating from Europe and of course America.
And so people come here specially to get suits made and shirts.
Actually, people are in holiday,
Yeah.
makers, and the things they need is suits, good suits made by hand, good quality. They order it.
Do you get people coming who are going to get married?
Yes, a lot of people, they get married here nowadays, and they order suits, dresses, shirts.
That's great.
Yeah.
They get it all done here.
All done here.
Overnight, I think. And is this what you do as well?
Yeah, we do as well. Hong Kong is finished now. All the Hong Kong tailors from Singapore even, because no more popular. It's expensive there, but here still good price. They pay for the qualities. Everybody can order the suits.
Okay, I mean, we're in your shop now with a huge variety of fabrics and colours and textures and weight probably as well.
Cashmere, wool, blended, silk, Chinese silk, Japanese silk, Thai silks. Very popular over 40, 50 years now.
So where are you from originally?
Originally from Nepal.
I thought you were.
I came here since 89. When I was 22, I came here. Now I'm 58.
Were you a tailor when you came here?
No, I just learned about it, but I am selling, We are working under Thai Tailor Union, and then they earn their own money. We also earn our own money. Professionals.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So no one's undercutting each other, and you're not.
No,
you're
these are
working
very
together.
much controls by the Thai Tailor Union. So,
That's
so
amazing.
shirts can make within 3 hours, trousers 5 hours, suits like 12 hours.
Yeah. So you're very good at measuring men, I suppose.
Yeah, I have been measuring over 36 years, so
Yeah.
no problem.
What's your knowledge of women then?
Oh, women are, they have the pictures and they show us, and then we find out materials, good measurements, do fittings.
But there are mostly just male staff here. So are there any women who are young
Yeah, we have a
tailors?
woman for silks, such cashmere also. They can have dresses or suits,
I see.
trousers, skirts, tops in silk.
You have a son?
Yeah, I have a son, yes.
Does he want
I
to go
have
into
2 sons.
tailoring? Do they want to go into tailoring? Are they following you?
No, because the same thing, repeating it, every day, and new things. Nowadays, technology change, They want a more bright future, not stuck here.
Is it a good living for you though?
Yeah, actually, this is a very good living, it's good money, but rent is very high. Running the shops,
So do you train young people in your business?
No, we don't train because they are not. Don't want to train. It's a very hard work. Over 10 years it takes to become a good salesman. It takes like 10 to 15 years.
So sales is a very big part of what you do.
Very big part of it
Yeah.
to run the shops.
You have a good personality.
No, actually, I have more better personality before. Now I am getting old. Yeah, when I was young, it's like a.
Should have met you 10
It's
years
like
ago.
a comedian, Tailor shop is like a comedian, You act and then they buy it. Because people, they don't just want suits. They want to have a taste from the salesman.
And they want to love the suit.
Yeah, love the
They want
suit,
to feel
Yeah.
great in it.
How long did it take you to train, not the sales part, but to train to be a tailor?
It takes me like almost 6-7 years. And the practice, every day, daily practice.
Yeah.
My tailor is working the whole night.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there is anything else to change it, we can change it by night or tomorrow morning. Or if they really don't have the time, we discuss them about posting. Yes.
So tell me, 36 years of doing this job, do you still love it?
Yeah, I love it because of this, I have been traveling over 25 years. I've been in Scandinavia 6 years, 3 times a year.
Do you buy fabrics there?
No, actually, I went follow all customers and then sell there. Yeah, it's a group meetings and then come back and then post it. I travel Sweden over 1 million kilometers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
My goodness.
Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Finland.
And do you love living in Thailand?
Yeah, I have.
You have Thai children
Yeah,
now,
Thai children. Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Did you marry a Thai wife?
Yes, Thai wife.
Good wife?
Yeah, very good wife. Yeah. Good man, good woman.
How many children have you got?
I have 4 children.
4 children?
Yes, 2 daughters, 2 sons.
And here's some customers.
Yes.
As you can hear, we open the door
Yeah.
and in come the customers.
Yes.
And the motorbikes whiz by.
Yes.
This is a good moment maybe to let you do your
Okay.
job.
Yeah. I have to work.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Doing our Thai cooking course with a few other people.
Actually, an Irish person with his family here. We haven't met many Irish people on this travelling, so we'll be doing our cookery class with them.
It's quite sweaty. Anyway, it's going to get hotter because we're going to start cooking hot woks and spicy food and rice, sticky rice, rice with mango, spring rolls, papaya salad, curries, green curries, yellow curries, massaman curries, spicy soups.
And little kids.
Yeah, and Ali the instructor,
Yeah.
our Thai cooking instructor.
My name is Ali. I'm happy. I love my job. I love about the cooking.
Okay, we have now moved over to where we're cooking. Thank you.
And right now, this is Our heat station right here.
So I'm having prawns and
And right now,
mushrooms.
I turn up the heat. Turn on the heat, please.
Stand back. Oh, nice.
All right, and turn it on. Maximum.
Maximum.
Yep. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
That's
so there's
fine.
water already in the
Yes,
pot.
and right now add the first group in. The first group is
I've
the
got coconut milk in mine.
yeah.
Okay,
So what's the
first
first
group is
group?
The
us.
first group is all the herb chili.
Okay.
This big one.
Okay, so
Okay.
yeah. So we're just simmering all the herbs and the
Yeah, just
chili
wait it starting to boil it,
until it boils and
Yep,
then
yep.
we wait.
and then later.
Okay.
I think Thai cooking's all quite quick, isn't it?
And right now we need a little bit of the. This one is the mushroom powder stock. You can use any powder stock instead, like a chicken or vegetable, mushroom, garlic.
So it's all done in stages. It's very clear. I'm doing the yum tan
Tom
Tom
yum
yum.
goong.
Tom yum kong.
tom yum. Thank you.
Kong.
I'm glad someone was
Kong
listening.
is the prawns.
Yeah.
Yeah. And right now add your chicken in.
Oh, mine's the local one.
Add the local.
Okay, yours doesn't get the coconut, but or the chili.
You get a smoky
But you've got
flavour.
roast chili in there.
Chili, yeah.
For you is actually we use the chili flake, the powder, chili powder.
So is this spicier or this one?
That one.
Oh,
Your one.
mine is meant to be spicier. So does roasting the chili make it stronger?
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, and right now 1 spoon of fish sauce. Okay.
Fish
and
sauce. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So even if you're a
So it's
vegetarian and not a
three
vegetarian, it
roasted
might have
ones.
fish
Fish
sauce in it.
sauce. Exactly.
But if you
Okay, we've got all the bowls in front of us. We've just polished off the spring rolls, which are fabulous. So
They were
you're going to
good.
do a tasting now, Rod.
Okay, so I've got my spoons ready. I'll try the green curry first because I made that one. Ooh. It's quite spicy, I have to say, which I do like. I now discover is basil, but I thought it was sort of aniseed. That's really flavoursome. I think I've tasted better than my own curry though. I think other people have made it better than me.
And there's my yellow
No,
massive.
your massaman. Should I try
Yeah.
that?
Have a taste of that.
Very different flavour because it's got the cinnamon and not as spicy. I know I prefer the green.
Oh, do you?
Wow, that Thai salad is spicy. While I was pregnant, I could take spice, but when now that I'm not pregnant anymore, like I can't take spice again.
Wow.
Oh, it's interesting, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
What's going on, Ciara? Please don't annoy her.
Ciara, you should come look at these fish.
You did bring your little kids with you.
We didn't really have an alternative.
I bet you did.
Too hot for them to do anything else.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank
that
you
was
so much.
really excellent. We enjoyed
Okay,
that.
Thank you. And I'm very proud of myself and Thailand. Can share with our cooking, our food, our culture with the tourists. Yes.
That's right. and
Yeah,
you do a
thank
really
you.
good job.
Hello! Our friends Tegan and Luke have just arrived in Albie. Hello! I will hug you, but
Sweaty like me.
Sure, you're as sweaty as
we are really sweaty.
Got your cool.
Hello, darlings.
It seems like 5 months.
We're over by the pool, but it's not ready yet.
Oh, okay, okay.
We've already met the owners.
He's
and
lovely. He
chatted
said,
in there,
Rod told me you're coming.
yeah. When I looked at what you'd found, I was like, we're going. It's
Honestly,
great.
the best
This place is
breakfast we've
wonderful.
had
Wonderful.
anywhere.
Well, I'm back in Thailand for the first time in 27 years. Whatever.
How old were you when you were last in Thailand? How about that?
23. But
And how old are you now?
Shut up. I'm actually 49.
She wouldn't mind to say.
49, which is I'm very happy about. I'm going to be 50 in a couple
You
of
were
weeks.
6 years older than I was. last
Than
in
you were
Thailand.
now, yeah. I hadn't been to Krabi, I hadn't been to Koh Lanta, I'm going to Chiang Rai, I haven't been there. And there'll be a few other places as well.
What parts in Thailand did you actually do then?
I went to Koh Phi Phi before.
Ah,
It was really, really popular.
Where we're going next.
Yeah.
nice and close to Koh Lanta, where we are.
Yeah, it's just across the water there. We can almost see it. Yeah.
So this trip for you guys is obviously very exciting, but it's also quite surprising because Luke, when you greeted me, Tegan, you mentioned something that happened en route, which is Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, kind of, I suppose. So my mum died on Wednesday night, England time. We'd prepped for it, but the shock is always there, isn't it? Probably can't think of a better sort of spiritual place to be in really than Thailand, I think. I'm going to meet my brother, we're going to go to the temple, and we're going to, monks are going to say some... I'm going to say some prayers and stuff. I'm not religious at all, don't believe in it in the slightest, but I do believe there is something slightly spiritual. My brother is married now to a Thai lady that he loves, and she's Buddhist, and he finds real solitude in that. He goes to the temple in Auckland and feeds the monks, and feels like he has a great benefit in that, so I'm going to join him, just the two of us, and we're going to do that.
So,
just to be together quietly on our own, really.
yeah, and obviously you knew your mum was very ill, but you...
Yeah. I think you've got to celebrate it, you've also got to punctuate it in life, and you have to, it's my only chance to be with my brother obviously, because he goes back to New Zealand afterwards, so I won't see him for quite a long time, I should think, and it's for us to just share a moment together.
And your mum would never have made this trip anyway, so in one way, being here and with your gorgeous family and then meeting your brother after quite a long time and celebrating his wedding is in a way a beautiful ritual that's about to happen, but you're going to be able to be together and...
Well, we need time to process it together without anybody else. It's our own thing. It sounds selfish, but it's not really. It's just a thoughtful, quiet, peaceful time together, I think.
And I mean, interestingly, on this trip, I've obviously lost my dad, and literally when we were in Italy, I had met a guy who had just lost his mum. So the last thing I expected when we met you the other day was to hear that your mum had passed away literally that morning. So although we're here with cocktails and having a lovely time and the sun has just set and you can hear the sea in the background and there's a great atmosphere here, we're still also aware that we are alive and well and kicking in thankfully, but we are also celebrating the passing of
I think the message always is it's about the living, it's not about the dead. You have to move forward, it's about the people that are living around you and sharing that time.
And our motto has become travel to live and live to travel. And I'll be looking at you at 19, we're going, this is the start of your journey, and it's amazing that you're being given this opportunity as a young person, and you can never take it for granted, can you? Because we never know what's around the corner for any of us.
Well, I think my grandma dying whilst being on this trip as well is quite a lot of change for me. It's made me feel a lot older. The fact that I'm experiencing being abroad in Thailand for a lot of experiences for the first time, and then my grandma dying feels like it's a sign of how old I am now, being 19. Finally, I've organised everything to do with going off to uni, and now it feels like everything's suddenly changing. I'm going travelling. I'll be back home for summer with all my friends back from uni, and then I'm going to be off to uni in Liverpool almost by myself. And there's a couple of friends going up with me, but by and large it's a very big change in my life, and it's making me feel, it feels like it's a marker in time, really. It's a very interesting thing to think about.
It's a chapter change.
Yeah, it really is.
In your life, you turn the page, it's a big page.
It's a very large chapter.
What do you really hope to gain from 3 months in Southeast Asia?
A very nice tan. A tan is the most important thing.
You are like your son. A true son of mine.
I thought that was the right answer.
Are you going for the shriveled prune?
I'm going shriveled prune all the way.
Yeah.
I'm going to come out to England and hydrate with all the rain,
Now, hang
So
on,
got some
Albie,
water.
a word of advice, sunscreen
Yeah.
is all I'm saying.
There's a song about it.
I've already got burnt, so
You
now I've got the base down. The base tan is now there.
The moment to put it on is before you walk out the door in the morning.
Exactly.
And we've come to Thailand, which Nene, our sister-in-law, has told us is the hottest she's ever known it. So that's a bit crazy.
Right, we're on Koh Lanta. We're having cocktails.
I know, how decadent. It's only like 4 o'clock.
Ching ching. Oh, you can hear them.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you, Sabine and Johan. For
Johan.
No worries.
We're joined by the hosts of this amazing place we're staying in, and we've just met our friends Tegan and Luke, and they started us on the cocktails. We would never
No,
do this.
no, you're not the type for that.
No, really.
They started us also, so
That's right.
That's right. We
Blame it
never
on-
drink here, never.
Exactly. Blame it on Tegan and Luke, okay? But it is Friday night, so we're allowed, and you're about to go off. A well-deserved break.
Yes.
So tell us, how long have you been in Koh Lanta?
We've been here now since November 1st, 2022. And we opened 3 months later.
We did renovating, we installed the pool and the whole surrounding of the pool, all the pathways, at least the biggest part of the pathways we did. We did the kitchen, we did the
bar.
restaurant behind the kitchen, the toilet building, everything was done in 2.5 months.
Wow.
Wow. So there were existing buildings here?
Yes.
There's 16 bungalows you've
There
got?
were
Yeah.
16, this is one of them, and the 12 original structures we totally renovated. We knocked everything out and built them up. The only thing that was left was the roof, and the rest we changed everything.
Wow, I hadn't appreciated you'd done that much in 2.5 months.
Yes,
That is
yes,
quite a
yes.
thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a builder by trade, Johan, in some way?
Yeah, I'm a welding engineer, but I know how to build. We did our home in Holland also together, so I had some experience with building at least. Yeah.
It was a big jump to come to Thailand and run a little resort. Which,
Yeah, it was, yeah.
We've been here 24 hours and it's lovely.
Yeah, thank you.
We've been to quite a lot of little bungalow resort places.
Yes.
This is,
Yeah, thank you very much.
And you know you've got something right here as well. Yeah, I think you.
We suspect
you know.
we suspect it.
What's interesting is you guys have come from Holland, So we've heard through the grapevine, and because our son really loves Thailand, he'd love to live here, but he's always said that in order to set up any kind of business, you need a Thai partner 51%. Is that right?
Yeah,
So
that's still
how
the
did
case.
that work for you then and how did you find this place?
We were lucky that we had an intermediate guy who's introduced us to the owner of this property, and he also helped us with the whole accountant thing. So that's setting up a business or buying like a existing business. 51% is in hands of Thai. So we took over an existing business, and with that business we rented this place. So we rent it. It's officially not ours. It's still from the owners, but we have like a lease contract for 20 years.
Yeah.
I see.
So
Yeah. So
So
you can then build it how you want,
Yes,
knowing
yes.
you have that time.
Yeah, you do. You
but it's
invest
never going
in
to
it.
be ours.
Everything that we put in, like
Furniture.
non-immobilia, beds, air
Yeah.
conditioners, name it.
They belong to
They
you.
still belong to us. We can take them out.
I see. And so it is a huge investment of both money, commitment in terms of the building.
Yes.
Is it insecure? Does it feel insecure to do that?
Never felt for me. No, I don't know about you, but I never.
Not
had it.
anymore, but I think before we came here, when we didn't know what was going on, it was sleepless nights in between selling the house and coming here thinking, what have we done? What have we done?
For sure. Yeah.
Because if you're 50 and you sell everything you have, it's like selling your whole security.
Yeah.
So I think in the beginning we had sort of set an amount, this is what we're going to spend, but of course that was gone
It was
pretty fast.
Pretty fast thrown
And-
overboard. That,
Yeah.
that idea. Yeah.
And at that point you have to make the decision to go on. But we already opened and we got such good positive reviews and we were full all the time that we were like, okay, let's do it. And we just put in.
Keep going.
It helps you build
Yeah.
the confidence, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, if everything
Yeah.
works well, people like what you're doing because that's very important, of course.
Yeah.
So the atmosphere that we wanted to create really came along to other people, and they really loved it, and that's why we said, okay, we're on the right track now. And afterwards, after the high season last year, we closed for another period, and we built the last 4 new ones. So in the end, we came to 16 bungalows, and that's the max. That's the license we have.
It seems enough.
Yes.
It is more than enough.
Yes.
To manage.
Keep it private also.
Yeah, and to keep it just yourselves running that.
Yeah, that's to be nice for you also. You know, business is business, of course, but you need to enjoy it. You know, because otherwise, what's the point of coming here? You know, I could have done that in Holland. So.
Yeah, the weather is different here, though.
Yeah, okay, but the weather is that's not the only reason you leave Holland. You know, it's not because of the weather. Because beautiful as it is here, the weather, we also miss the season sometimes a little bit. You know, because it's nice to have the cold sometimes for a few weeks, and so that's what we realized now. Now we're here.
Just goes from hot to
really
hot,
hot.
to rainy and not rainy. Yeah.
Yes. And sweaty and not sweaty.
Sweaty all year and a little bit more sweaty.
She's having a good swig of the last remnants of
What was that you
cocktail.
had? What was your drink?
It's a lychee cocktail.
Which
it's
I'm
made
having.
from fresh lychees, where we make a liqueur from with lime juice and soda water.
I'm going to have a little taste, actually, with yours.
It's
I might.
delicious. I love lychees. And this morning I was so excited because you introduced what we were having for breakfast, and it was all homemade muesli stroke granola, which was utterly delicious. Homemade jam, homemade this, homemade that, homemade everything. And honestly, the quality of the food is superb. So
Thank you.
Excellent. Now, we're not only talking to you for that reason, obviously, because we could be going around the world and talking to all sorts of people to get sponsorship for our next podcast, which
Not the maddest idea we've ever had.
thought about this. No, but actually, the reason we talk to people is not because of what they're presenting service-wise or anything. It's because they're interesting people. And, you know, we happened to just chat to you yesterday by the pool because you were cleaning the pool. But you were mentioning, you know, you have a 7-year-old boy and you have a 21-year-old, and so you've uplifted your whole life. You've sold your house in Holland, and you're bringing your 7-year-old over, and you were saying your 21-year-old has returned.
Yes.
So how easy is it to do that? Because lots of people have this fantasy of no going back. I'm going to sell up, I'm going to live the life on a paradise island.
And we've met a few people who are doing that travelling. They've sold up, they've got nothing to go home to, and they're going like one way and seeing how far they go.
But do they have kids? And how old are the kids?
I think they've got grown-up kids by then.
Yeah, good question. So you have a 7-year-old, so that makes it different. You're going to have, there's language, there's schooling. So how has that worked so far?
Language and schooling is definitely not the problem. I think that you just have to go somewhere where you know that you're going to stay, because you cannot go and keep on traveling, because your child has to go to school.
Yeah.
So he will sort of have the same school life as in Holland, but only here. And I think for the 19-year-old at the time, I think for him it didn't work out as good. But having said that, if he could have a job here, which he can't, he might have stayed.
Right. You can get a visa for one person per 4 Thai staff. Is that correct?
Yes.
No,
a work permit.
It's not
a work
visa.
permit.
Visa is different.
Okay.
It's a work permit.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So in your company, the amount of capital that the company has determines how many work permits you have. If you have 2 work permits, then the rule is for every work permit that you activate, you have to have 4 Thai people which you have to pay social security for at least.
Okay.
So you need to employ these people.
You have to employ them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And did you know all of this before you came out?
Not
How-
all of it, but this we did.
Yeah, some of it. Yeah. We have an accountant who helps us with everything.
Yeah, but if your son, you were employing your son, which I'm not saying you will, but if you did, you would still have to employ a further 4 Thai people properly through the system.
Exactly.
So it's a huge commitment. So for anybody who thinks they can come over and just rock up and get a job, and it's not like that.
It's not like that. It's been like that for a long time.
Yeah, I think Thailand,
because they're very protective of their own working people.
They realised they had a good thing going here,
Yes.
and that people wanted to come and be here.
And it's good, we both think that on one hand it's a very good thing they do that, to be protective of their own people, preserving the jobs, making sure that, and it's not about the Farangs, about the European people who come here, but it's also about all the people from Laos, from Vietnam, from all the surrounding countries, from Myanmar, which are poorer than Siam, so poorer than Thailand, and try to move in here and offer cheap labor, and then all the Thais don't have a job anymore.
And even if you're like, okay, but I don't need anybody to work for because I can work for myself, I work on a computer, then still in Thailand, when you come in, if you don't do that the official way, then you come in as a tourist, you get a 30-day tourist stamp, then you have to get an extension, so you can get 60 days because officially you are not working, and then you have to leave the country. You can do it here, of course, no problem, but you can only do it for the 6 months.
If you were advising anybody who was going to take the plunge, what would you advise them?
I would just say, go with the flow, just don't try to prepare, because you're gonna meet a lot of things which you cannot prepare for. So it's a good thing to just do the basics, make sure that your visas and those things are clear what you have to do.
If you want to do something like a resort, which you have to put a lot of money in, if you take it over from Thais, then you either have to start really, really small, or you have to bring a lot of money, because people think that it's very cheap in Thailand, and I think as a tourist it is.
But business-wise, it's not.
Business-wise, it's not.
It's always more than you expect.
But that happens in building across
same. It's also all around the world.
You've used a lot of bamboo, which clearly is a fantastic building material.
And it's not that expensive.
Yes,
it's not cheap either, I do have to say. It's not as cheap as you would expect.
But it lasts, I assume?
No, you have to really maintain it. You have to... You have to varnish it, I think, every year, every 2 years.
And we have 220 meters of bamboo fence. We have to paint that inside and out. So we love bamboo.
How many people do you employ?
We have 9 people, 8, and 1 part-time.
So did you two work together before you set this up?
No.
And how's it going?
No, it's going all right. It's all okay. We have our differences and we always quarrel a little bit, but that makes the most creative things mostly. You have to quarrel sometimes.
Yeah. The customers generally are pretty laid back, are they?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
And you've such a good rapport. Yeah. And then you've staffing. And is it different? Do the same rules apply? Pretty much.
As in Europe, you mean? Or
Yeah.
Well,
I think it's different.
There are some differences. People are people.
No.
Let's say that.
Yeah.
And here you have the same kind of people as in our business. The only thing is you through contracts. It's easier here, but on the other hand also difficult. So if you employ somebody, they can just go. They can just tell you, and you can have it in a contract, a 5-day notice or anything. So it's very difficult to pursue something like that. So if they want to go, they can go. But also to us, if we are not happy with the employer, it's also easier for us then to let them go. So it works both ways, actually. In the end, you have to find a team which works.
So you lived on site for a while, and now you don't live on site, thankfully.
Yeah.
So you can separate the work from the homestay.
Luckily we can now,
Yeah. So you'd recommend it to others if they do their homework and they...
Absolutely.
Don't do too much homework, because if you do too much homework, you're probably not going to do it. So you have to be a little spontaneous and a little fearless, but you have to be safe with your money. Don't spend more than you can spend.
And have some skills.
Yes.
You don't have to be able to do it yourself, but just know what people need
So
to do.
you can help other
Last
people
step,
to do it.
learn the language.
Are you learning the language?
Yes, we're busy,
Okay. And your son has picked it up, your younger son, or is he...
He gets it at school.
He'll get it at school. He will pick it up.
Oh,
He will.
Absolutely. Already the amount of English he knows is absolutely fantastic.
Of course.
So he'll end up with 3 strong languages, which is a gift.
Yeah.
The other thing, obviously, you have to have is a strong relationship, I would say. Is that true?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to accept a lot from each other.
In Holland, he would have his job, I would have my job. So now we are sort of together 24/7.
I know you're
You're
off for a well-deserved break this
Yes.
weekend, which you probably don't get very many of.
No, not too
No.
many, no.
Yeah.
No.
Well, thank you. So this is a 4-island tour
from Koh Lanta. What did you think of the snorkeling trip?
I thought it was very nice. The boat was not the most comfortable, and quite loud, but the views have been incredible of all the islands everywhere. It doesn't feel like anywhere I've ever been before, and obviously the sea's beautiful. This is the second island we've stopped off on. I'm having a beer. I sat on a swing on White Beach, blue water. The snorkeling itself was pretty good. Saw some pretty incredible fish that I've only ever seen in an aquarium before, really. You know, snorkeling in England's not the best spot for it, mostly because you've got about half a metre of visibility. No, it's great. I can see myself doing some more snorkeling.
I think the only thing we've seen this time that we haven't seen in any other snorkeling trips is the cave.
Yeah, Emerald Cave is the name of the kind of entrance into it.
You have to swim through mostly underwater tunnel, or swim or get towed through a big conga.
Connected conga lines of people who presumably couldn't swim in their life jackets. That's quite amusing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was 80 metres sort of bobbing through the sort of tunnel through the cliff, really.
And this really, really deep, almost pit with lots and lots of lush greenery around the edges, which was beautiful. Although it was slightly disrupted by the constant flow of people in and out. It was.
There was a lot of people.
That's surprising, actually. I don't think we've seen that many people on a snorkeling trip ever, all convening at the same time.
I mean, yeah, you came through this tunnel and you came out to a beach, fundamentally in a collapsed cave.
This one is Cowan Guy.
Oh, right.
Khao Kradan, and I can't read the other one because it's in yellow.
A lot of the coral is a little bit dead, and then there's some of it's kind of still alive. We're at low tide here, so quite a lot of the coral's exposed. Did see a snake as well, black and white sea snake.
And some huge sea urchins.
Oh yes,
biggest I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Massive.
We have seen quite a few of those, and they've got these little eyes that follow you. At least that's what they look like.
Massive spines.
Yeah, huge. They're kind of scary.
Don't want to get near
the size
them.
of your foot.
Yeah, easily.
Don't want to go near them.
And the sort of jellyfish in the cave. Everyone came out with at least 3 or 4 stings on them. But
I managed to avoid them, apart from getting stung on my mouth. First time I got off the boat.
First time. You didn't get stung after that?
No.
I think I've amassed about a good 7 or 8 stings.
So are you still stinging?
Various parts of me. I'm also sunburnt, so it's all just kind of buzzy ache.
I think that's just a bit lucky.
It's very hard to complain looking at my view.
Exactly.
With the beer in my hand.
But I am going to say goodbye to you.
It's a privilege to have travelled with
amazing.
you. And it's been fab to catch up halfway through your journey.
Well, look, I know what you're going to go through with your brother, and I know you're going to see him now, and I think that will be great for you guys, won't it?
Yeah.
So you'll ritualise.
And spiritualise the thing.
Yeah.
You need to,
I think, and it'll be great to be with your family at this time, you know. And I'm so glad you're away. To be honest.
Thank you. Travel safe, and we'll see you back in the usual place.
We'll see you for our collective birthday party. Thank you very much. It was amazing.
On enjoying yourself.
We are. Safe trip. Where's your son? We have to say goodbye to Albie. Albie, hope you have a great gap here.
Have a super travels, my boy.
And text us and let us know if you want any advice on anywhere you're going, because we'll have been there.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially Laos or anything.
Itinerary.
We're at the port from Koh Lanta going to Phi Phi.
Not unusual when you get off a boat or some form of transport for there to be people very keen for your business, or a taxi or a tuk-tuk. You can hear them all falling out for people's business. There's a couple of lines of people. The Port Authority is making sure they stay outside the port building. There's a line they can't cross. They're waving their taxi signs. It's almost like a greeting party. A lot of people ignore them and then realise they actually need their business in a minute.
Monkey Beach.
I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it's like a the beach around the corner from the big horseshoe bay on Phi Phi Island. You can only get here, I think, by boat.
We've come by kayak.
Kayak, yeah.
Only takes a couple of minutes.
There goes a bit of a shout, and there are monkeys on the beach.
Prowling.
Hence the name. And they're cheeky. Yeah, macaque monkeys are cheeky.
Hello! So tell me your name.
Bao.
Bao, and your name?
Toni.
Tony.
So we've just come back onto the back beach of Phi Phi. We've been kayaking. There was one poor lad who ended up getting attacked by the monkey. He was having a drink.
Yeah, monkey see.
Yeah, they wait for people.
It's looking monkey make same you.
So the monkey is watching you.
Yeah.
And then this guy had a very nasty either scratch or bite on his shoulder. Yeah.
But it's help somebody keep food. Keep
Not
like this. Like this. It's a good. Yeah.
So they pretend they're going to feed them, then the monkeys come over and then they pull it away. That's really mean. I think he was just sitting there having a beer with his backpack open. He didn't realize that the monkeys
that's a monkey.
If they get bitten or scratched, what happens?
It's rabies.
It's
You've
rabies,
got to be careful.
About 50,000 baht more.
50,000 baht. That's a lot of money.
And rabies is an injection in your
stomach.
tummy, I think, isn't it? It's not a great thing to have to happen.
Yeah.
Hope the lad was okay.
We've just come back from all of that madness, and you're running the kayak business here.
Only family working in the me and young brother come to working in the hill. You have one boat, two boat, come for working family with us.
And you live on the back beach, basically, and you live behind here. We can see the little corrugated iron huts. And is it a good business?
Not every day, but it's a
long-tail boat company, Tony.
Company, good business for high season, but low season only one day, one job. Some day, no job.
And yet you still have to stand on the beach all day long.
Yeah. I clean all the beach.
On the beach every day.
You clear the beach?
In the morning, rub it every day.
Clear.
Yeah, we
so
can
you
see
put
some-
all the rubbish behind. I mean, there's stacks of rubbish. So you're literally not far from 2 minutes walk down to all the beach bars that kick off at night. They start at about 6 o'clock in the evening. And there's about 5 of them playing really loud music.
Not more like 10 of them. Isn't
Now is a big party. Many every day. Start for 3 o'clock per day.
3 o'clock?
Yeah.
Finish 2 o'clock in the night.
2 o'clock in the night, and you're sleeping on the beach. I mean, we had to leave last night because it was so.
My head was hurting.
It was so loud.
You can put a little bit.
So loud.
You put earplugs in.
No happy for me.
So, Bo, you've been on this beach 35 years, is that right?
Yeah.
So both of you would have been here around 2004 when the tsunami hit. So, Bo, tell us about it
For me, we working in the PP for Mama restaurant.
Right.
And me and my wife. So we have one daughter, 6 years.
At the time, she was 6. And tell us, you were on the beach the day when the tsunami hit.
No. 10:30 about open.
You were opening the restaurant.
Yes.
And you could see something strange.
Cannot see. Just only somebody say, run. The water coming. What water? I say, water. Many big water come.
Right.
Water running.
And you, what did you do?
Just only run from the coming up from the coconut tree.
You went up a coconut tree.
Yeah.
And was your daughter with you?
Somebody that can.
Someone got your daughter and stuff. Oh my God, yeah. Tony, you were here on the beach.
On the beach, I work 7 o'clock. Water high tide. 8 o'clock high tide. 9 o'clock high tide. Come on the beach. 10 o'clock. Very quiet, very quiet.
The birds.
No bird no speak.
No bird.
Monkey, no air.
Strange.
Me and my friend, 2 people work on the beach, 2 boats.
2 boats on the beach.
Yeah, 2 boat. Then 10 o'clock, water shallow. Go walking, running, go away.
So the water just retreated.
Then me looking, check about 8 minutes.
And then what happened?
I talk my friend what happened. My friend say big wave come today. 1 minute come running.
Fast. Yeah.
Come running very quickly. I stay in the boat. Water full in the boat. Me swimming around the corner. Go in the home.
Oh, you cut your arm. I can see the scar.
That water full.
Oh, I see. Oh, water came into your home. Yeah,
home. Water full.
Yeah.
Water low tide.
Yeah.
Low tide. Very quickly.
So you were on the boat and then you swam off the boat
Yes.
towards the mountains, and you cut yourself, and then you went towards your house. Is that right?
Yeah. People go running the mountain.
Yeah, up into the forest.
And you survived. Yeah.
5 minutes from here, go to the pier, go there.
Wow, within 5 minutes.
Past 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And were your family here?
Another side,
On the other side. From both sides of the island, you had waves coming.
Phi Phi is like a double horseshoe bay with just sand in the middle, which is where the buildings are. So the waves came and got it from both sides.
From here, very bad. My wife work bungalow. Clear bungalow.
Oh, your wife was cleaning the bungalows. Okay.
Then my wife look water coming. My wife go to running touch baby, water come.
You had a baby?
Baby gone.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, my wife.
So your wife was with the baby and...
Baby water bring gone. Go away.
Oh my God.
Water bring my wife go coconut tree. Coconut tree.
What age was your baby?
Baby got dead.
It was a boy, was it?
Boy, dead. 1 year.
1 year.
Wow.
Was that your only child?
Now I have 1 more.
You have 1 more now.
1 more now.
How old is your child now?
12 years.
12 years. So after this happened, I mean, it must have been so difficult, and I'm so sorry to hear it, Toni, that you lost your son. But how did you cope with working on the beach after this? Did you trust working on the beach?
1 night, 2 night, and then come back again, clear.
You cleared the beach?
People clear.
Yeah.
People come. Me.
People came and helped.
Same me.
Yeah.
Me come back for clear everything.
Yeah.
And were you scared?
1 man.
It's a little bit. My friend, good friend, died.
You had a friend who died as well?
My friend, many friends died. Tsunami,
Not just here, obviously other islands were affected as well.
For a long time afterwards, were you watching the sea all the time?
Can see every time when water go back same before only run. Check.
Water high tide, 6 hours.
If it changes.
Yeah. So you're saying you watch it every day.
Yeah.
You're still nervous. You know
I
what
can
can happen.
help people go running when it's problem.
So being on the beach, you know what's happening. Yeah.
It's a very shallow beach.
It's very shallow.
So they now have tsunami
Yeah.
evacuation routes, and they'll have an alarm, won't
Yeah.
they, as well, and maybe even an alarm on your phone now. But you probably still only have 5-10 minutes.
Before no air.
Yeah, before you just see it.
Can you
run.
see? Now we have telephone for check everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. You make sure. Well, thank you so much.
ครับขอบคุณครับ
This is the viewpoint on Phi Phi Island. We decided to stay 6 days rather than 3. We were due to go to a national park, but we arrived here and thought, you know what? Really like this place. It's lively. It's small. You can get around it.
It's going to be Thai New Year and end of Ramadan, and it's Easter holiday, so the place is alive with people, and it's hopping with energy and fun, and we've not seen a huge amount of that on a big scale. So we've had lots of fun with our friends and people we've met. So it's good to be in a bit of a party place. Anyway, we're trying to climb up to see the sunset up the top of this really rather steep incline.
And we've already been up because we took a wrong turn.
Yeah.
So we were fine going up the first time. Now we're going up the second time, but in
Up
the
a
right
different
direction.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's carry
I'll
on.
leave you to puff your way up.
Thanks. Okay. I never trust when it says 15 minutes or 20 minutes. You have to account for people's fitness.
Wow, it gets even steeper.
Oh my goodness me. But people are saying it's worth it, the people coming down. So we're on the steepest incline right now.
He said, oh shit, you're in between.
No, just here.
It's steeper ahead.
Oh my God. Take a picture of that.
There's a step. That's more of a ladder.
Yeah, we're on lots of steps. But we're about to go, oh my goodness, up these incredible narrow planks of wood. Right, as you can hear, my breathing is increasing.
You might need to hold on to something.
I'm thinking.
Take your bottle so you can
want
hold
my
on.
bottle?
You're holding a recorder.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Do you know what? I quite like doing challenging things like this because it basically means I'm doing some exercise.
Have a look down without sort of falling down.
I'm putting a sprint on now because if I don't, I will not reach it. This is the equivalent of a HIIT workout.
Don't tell you about to breathe.
Yeah, not to mention. And it's
Cloudy
6
day.
o'clock in the evening and we are literally dripping with sweat. Is this it?
Yeah.
We already saw it from the other place. Except this has prettier flowers.
Higher. Well, we're here. Good
Yeah.
plan.
It's a bit Disney-like, isn't it?
It's got
like a fun fair.
plastic fruit.
It's a bit weird.
That's a bit weird.
Not sure you need all that, but there you go. So this is at the top of the viewpoint.
Yeah, big breath. That first bit was the hardest. It did get easier once we got past the plastic fruit and the 3 viewpoint signs. It is quite a view. We have climbed up quite high. Just as the sun's going down, lots of people up here also enjoying the view. We can see the whole of the island. Double Horseshoe Bay, back to back.
And there's a smell of weed.
Oh yeah, weed on the wind. We're in Thailand. Good place to have a spliff, to be honest. Sunset. Amory has sweated through her dress. I have taken a photo for it, for those who want to see that on the Insta account later. Probably a website for that. Sorry, I digress from the lovely view.
And there's some very happy cicadas in the trees.
Definitely cicadas. I love the sound of cicadas. You know they're somewhere hot when they're about.
I think they're high on the weed.
Let's give them some more. Just going to take a photo while there's still some red in the sky.
Glad we're in Phi Phi Island. It was such a fun night in the town.
It's a water festival is the sort of thing that happens for New Year. So people throw water around.
We walked down the beach after people were using super soakers in the town.
You literally had to run the gauntlet down the street a few times where you get caught in the crossfire of the soakers all lining up either side of the street, getting you, and then people get you from the blind side. Anyway, we're down the beach as well, and it's all going all going off.
There's
and
at
there's
least
about
5 or 6 bars kicking off.
Side by side, all go.
Yeah.
I bet also all the Thai people are on holiday as well. So they're all hanging out on the beach and out with their families and having some beers on the quayside and everything.
So if you're thinking of coming to Thailand, Thai New Year.
It's around Easter in European time.
At the 12th of April. And everybody's having a great time. It's one of my favourite places so far in Thailand, definitely. Despite it being hit by the tsunami 20 years ago, it has recovered and it's absolutely rocking. And Rod is yawning.
I'm not.
Anyway, highly recommend. Yes, another great night out in Phi Phi Island.
Philippines starts dramatically for my sister Pam, meeting us in the madness of Manila Airport. So, poor old Pam, there was a massive storm.
She's missed her connecting flight from here in Manila. But the wondrous underwater world makes up for it, swimming with the enormous whale sharks.
I mean, I nearly panicked a few times. I nearly panicked for you because you weren't even noticing how close you were beside it.
We meet a gentle guide who suffered great loss during COVID.
I got the COVID first and then he catch up from me.
At a time when loss revisits us again. This podcast has been created and edited by Anne-Marie McCormack with her collaborator and co-traveller Rod Gray. Music is by Serge Guidoado and Segvari, with the sound mix by Gary McIntyre. If you'd like to see pictures and videos of the places we've been to and the people we've met, please go to the Parents Gap Year Instagram page. And if you've enjoyed the podcast, please follow and share it. Thanks so much for listening.